Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are continuing worksheet on expanding single and double brackets. We have already done till F and now we are continuing from G. So let we start from G, which is x plus 9 whole squared. But before we proceed, if you need one-on-one personalized classes, you can just email us at exactacademy@gmail.com. We are providing classes for all subjects from year 1 to year 13. And GCSE classes are at just £6 per hour. So let me continue from part G. X plus 9 whole squared. This is the most common mistake that a student does. They do like this: x squared plus 9 squared, and they end up getting x squared plus 81. No, it's not that you have to square the individual. X plus 9 whole squared means x plus 9 times x plus 9. That's the meaning of whole squared. That means if you are repeating, if I'm saying it's 2 squared, that means 2 into 2. You are multiplying 2 times. Similarly, x plus 9 whole squared means you are multiplying x plus 9 2 times. So this will be x times x plus 9. First term with the second bracket and the second term with the second bracket. Now you have simplified it to the single bracket. So x times x is x squared. X times 9, 9x. Plus 9 times x is 9x. And plus 9 times 9 is 81. So it's x squared plus 18x plus 81. This is the final answer. Now moving on to the next one, x squared plus 3 whole squared. So it's the same thing, x squared plus 3 times x squared plus 3. Now multiplying first term with the second bracket and second term with the second bracket. So x times x squared times x squared is x to the power of 4. X squared times 3 is 3x squared. Similarly, 3 times x squared is 3x squared, and 3 times 3 is 9. Finally, on simplifying it, we'll get x to the power of 4 plus 6x squared plus 9. Moving on to the next question, it says expand the following bracket. It's just a single bracket, so it's pretty easy to expand this one. So minus 2c squared times c. We are multiplying these two will give me minus 2c to the power of 3. And minus 2 times minus 3, that means plus 6c squared. Hence, solve this one. Well, we can easily, if rather than like simplifying it n equals to 0, we can directly get the value from here. That means c squared, if you are multiplying two factors and their product is 0, that means either of them will be 0 or both can be 0. So minus 2c squared is equals to 0 and c minus 3 is equals to 0. So you can say c equals 0 or c equals 3. And this is how we calculate the x values when there is a quadratic equation given. In a quadratics, we factorize it into two different brackets by factorizing method, and then we equate to 0. And similarly, we did it here because we know if the product of two numbers is 0, so either of them will be definitely 0. So I equated each factor to 0 and got c as 0 or c as 3. Therefore, evaluate the possible values of y if y equals 2c squared plus 3c minus 2. We have calculated c as 0 and 3, so I'm just substituting c as 0 in the first case. So y will be minus 2, 0, 0, minus 2. And when I'm putting y equals 3, c equals 3, so this will become y equals 2 3 squared plus 3 into 3 minus 2. That means this will be 18 plus 9 minus 2. So, which will give you finally 25. So, these are the two possible values of y. One is -2 and second is 25. Moving on to the question number 4. Expand 2x minus 1 times x plus 3. So same, if we have the double brackets, we have to multiply first term of the first bracket with the second bracket and the second term of the first bracket with the second bracket. That means 2x first term with the second bracket and second term with the second bracket. Now after simplifying it to the single bracket, let me expand this. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 3x is 6x. Minus 1 times x is minus x. And minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. So it's 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 is the final answer. Moving on to the part B. Above expression is an expression for a quadratic curve. Calculate the values of x-intercept. Well, if you have seen, it is ax squared plus bx plus c form. That means it's a quadratic equation, or you can say you will get a parabola. The curve looks like a U-shaped or upside down U-shape. Wherever it cuts x-axis, you will get the values of x-intercept, and in case of quadratics, you will get two different values of x. Well, we already have the factorized version of it, which is 2x minus 1 times x plus 3. This is equals to 0. In order to calculate x-intercept, we always equate our equation to 0, or you can say we make y 0, because on your x-axis, y is always 0. So I just explained you, if the product of two numbers, two factors is 0, that means either of them will be 0. So 2x minus 1 equals 0, x is half, and x plus 3 equals 0, that means x equals -3. So this is your final answer. Moving on to the next one. A quadratic curve is a U-shaped curve which has a turning point. Calculate the turning point of this curve. Well, if you are aware of finding the turning point of a quadratic, then you can easily do it. And if you're not aware, you can visit my YouTube channel. The link I'm pasting in the description box. You can go through it and see how you can calculate the turning point. And also I'm here explaining it. So obviously if it's a U-shaped, this point is called turning point because definitely this curve is taking a turn here. So this turning point, besides if there is no graph given, how can you calculate algebraically? So you have to convert this quadratic, which is 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, 2x squared minus 5x plus 3, into a format of a times x plus b whole squared plus c. And to do so, the first thing is I need to equate the middle part, that means the coefficient of x to 2a. This is the procedure. You will find different procedure. If you would be saying my tutor or my teacher has taught me a different method, you can opt that one because it has so many ways to ultimately change this to this. So I'm equating the middle part, that is the coefficient of x. The coefficient, that means the number written with x, to 2a. That's my first step. So that I can get the value of a, which is minus 5/2. The second step is now substituting the value of a in x plus a whole squared. So I have substituted, since I have calculated a as -5/2. So I'm substituting 5 as a as 5/2. Third is I need to expand this. Expanding x minus 5/2 times x minus 5 over 2 will give me x squared minus 5x plus 25 over 4. Fourth step is I need to write down my original equation, which is 2x squared minus 5x plus 3. And I need to compare these two, the expanded equation that we have calculated and the real one. We need to compare them. And I saw that I can clearly see, sorry, this one x squared. Now I can clearly see that x squared is same, minus 5x is same, and 25 over 4 and here 3 is different. I need to add 25 over 4 here because I want to make it like this. I want to convert my original equation somehow like this, and that's why I have added 25 over 4 to it. This is a typical one if you are doing it ever first time. That's why I have attached the link in description box so that you can go through it. Minus 25 over 4. If I'm adding something, I need to subtract it in order to maintain balance. The fifth one is the rearranging part. So x squared minus 5x plus 25 over 4 plus 3 minus 25 over 4. I just rearrange. That means like swap this too. That's it. I know that x squared minus 5x plus 25 over 4 is nothing. It's actually x minus 5 over 2 whole squared. So this part can be written as x minus 5 over 2 whole squared. And let me write down the remaining part as it is. This will be x minus 5 over 2 whole squared. And this will be 12 minus 25 is minus 13 over 4. You can clearly see we have converted into this format. And once we have completed it, converted it, in this case minus b comma c is the turning point. So on comparing, I will get b is minus 5 over 2, a as 1, and c as negative 13 over 4. So turning point is minus b comma c, so 5 over 2, because minus minus will become plus. Turning point is minus b, and we already have b as negative 5 over 2, so it will become 5 over 2 times, comma c, which is negative 13 over 4. This is our turning point. Moving on to the next part. The last part says if 2x minus 1 times x plus 3 less than equals 0, find the range for x. This is an inequality and a quadratic inequality. If you're not aware of quadratic inequality, I have attached the link for that as well. You can go through it. Or else I'm trying to explain it a little bit here. So obviously the first step is, while solving an inequality, is to calculate the value of x-intercept or x1 and x2. We have calculated x1 and x2 as half and negative 3. So definitely a curve is like this curve. Half is your first value of x and negative 3 is second. So negative 3 would come here and half. This quadratic or this curve has divided the whole thing into 3 regions. This region is called positive region. This region is also positive region because it's above x-axis. Above x-axis, the y is always positive. And this region is negative because below x-axis, we have a negative region. So it says this whole is less than equals to 0. We are looking for a region which is less than equals 0. Less than equals 0, that means a negative value. A negative value, that means we have to see between which range or what's the range in which you will get y as negative. So y is negative between minus 3 and half, clearly. Less than equals 0 represents, or they're asking you to see a negative reason. If it would be greater than equals 0, then we will be focusing on these two positive reasons, but since it's less than equals 0, so we are just focusing on this negative reason, and this negative reason is lying between -3 to half. So answer is x is less than equals half but greater than equals -3. It means that all values of x are lying in between -3 and half. So that's it for today. This is for this worksheet. As I told you, if you need some further harder questions, mock papers to practice, you can purchase our worksheets, and there are so many, lots of worksheets are available on our website for free, so you can practice. So that's it for today. Thank you. Have a great day.